This is a room AI designed for my client, Lizzie. She's 19 years old. She's recently aged out of foster care. She wants a complete van. It's going to be her very first home. So how do we get from this to that? I have spent as much time planning my van build as I did actually building it, because I had never done this before. I had never built anything out. So I had to walk through every single step in order for me to believe I could do it. I'm a designer by profession. I know how to draw and really work it out beautifully. But everyone doesn't have that skill. So I figured out a bunch of ways, a bunch of tools you can use that will actually give you the same ability to become inspired and to see a mistake before you cut into it, kind of a thing. I don't start with a van. I don't ask fixed bed or banquette, shower or no shower. I start with the person that's going to live there, and their specific needs, desires, abilities. These are 5 questions every builder should ask themselves. I am going to ask Lizzie. She is a character in a novel that I'm writing, and she lives in her van, and she has a wonderful backstory. And this way I'm not just designing another van for me, another of my taste. This actually takes me outside of myself. These 5 questions every builder should ask themselves. The first one is, who are you? What's your age, your stage of life? Are you 60 and you want an adventure van? Are you 60 and you want comfort? Where are you in the book of your own life? What's your budget? What's your skill level to do all this? Do you want it for something very intentional? Are you biking or boating or surfing or exploring cities? What part of the country do you live in? If you're on the East Coast and you're really going to do a lot of local trips, you have very different requirements than the person who's in California or New Mexico. What kind of living is going to happen in this van? Are you a weekend warrior? Are you going to live in it full time? Are you not sure? So maybe you want to prepare for the possibility of both. Are you a master chef that really wants to be able to have a kitchen that you can function in? Do you have another sort of purpose? That are you a hiker and you really just want your van to be a little bit more comfortable than a tent, and you want it to be minimal and basic? Do you want books in here? Are you a musician? Are you going to be playing video games, or do you love watching movies or TV? All these things are what do you need in the van that you function with in your real life? Do you want it to be cozy? Do you want it to be energetic, minimalistic, modern, quaint, charming? So you have all those questions, and by the time you walk, my ear keeps popping. By the time you walk out of all those questions, you should have a very clear picture of your must-haves, of the things that have to be there for it to function, and sort of a sense for how you can move your real life into 600 square feet. Now that you sort of have a sense of what you like, you want to find pictures that you love. I mean, it can be pictures from other vans if you want, but just find pictures you love. Every time I would start a new collection, it's what's the inspiration? I actually quit my design position at one firm because it was for a sports airline, and the boss would come in and say, I want this sleeve on this jacket, because they both sold well. And it's that wasn't designing. Designing was creating something that's going to empower the person that wears it, and a van should empower the person traveling in it. And you'll need that empowerment when things go bad, and it's raining and thundering and people are knocking on the door, or you're stuck in the mud, all the possibilities that could happen. So you want this to be the battery of empowerment. As a designer, I would create inspiration boards. And by the end of it, it would be wow, I would so love to make that, and I would name it. These words gave me an energy. This is what I did for Lizzie. I found a picture from a guy named Jeff Harris. He's a photographer in New York. I can't post the picture because I don't own the rights, but I loved this color. I loved the black and white check floor. I loved the silly characters and the silliness of the photograph. It was Christmas time in a beauty salon. I wanted fur in the van because I thought fur, like a big furry pillow. I have some fur pillows in my van when I dress it up in a certain way. And it's so nice. It's cozy and it's warm and it's just got texture. It's a new texture. So I got this piece of pink faux fur. I got the picture of the beauty salon. I found a bedspread and some pillows that were like colors and shapes. The bedspread had this giant design of black and off-white cream. And I thought that really like matched her energy of big, bold. She's vulnerable and terrified, but trying to wear the face of a warrior. So I felt like that was a really good thing. And what I did was I gave it to AI with a prompt. If you've never prompted AI, just get started in doing it. You can't make a mistake. You cannot give it enough information and it won't give you anything of value to you. Then just do it again with more information. You've just asked a whole bunch of questions. All you have to do is like use those questions. And this is what I wrote for Lizzie. Make a 16:9 aspect ratio image. Okay, that is that's the shape. So that's like a just general thing you put in there. A funky first studio, tiny living apartment belonging to a creative young woman with a playful late 60s to 70s retro rock and roll influence. Use the attached salon photograph only as inspiration for its color palette, exuberance, electric styling, and playful personality, and the black and white check floor. Do not include any beauty salon, hairdressing, commercial, or Christmas elements. This is a residential space. It should feel like a creative young woman's first real home on her own. She doesn't have much money. She has terrific taste, isn't afraid of color, and has collected things she loves rather than buying a matching furniture set. The key is to give AI enough information that they will visualize this person that you're inventing in my case, or that you're telling them who you are. And it can only serve you because the more AI knows who you are, the more they can tailor things to you. It's actually the main benefit of AI, that it has that ability. So anyway, I gave them that prompt and they gave me this image and I love it. I felt a jolt. It instantly was like, oh, that's her. That's exactly what an inspiration board should do, is send you away with this, like, in your mind, a visual of the world. And I named Lizzie's world from that picture that they made, Mismatched Harmony. So the difficult part ahead of us was to, take that and turn it into a small van, because there's so much going on in there that you just literally, you can't say, oh, I want that bed and that bench and that, it doesn't work that way. You have to find the connecting threads to the whole thing. But I kept going, because even though I loved that picture and I felt the vibe, I saw the vibe, I didn't have a clue where to go with it. So I kept asking them for images. I prompted them and asked them to showing them the image that they made and said, can you put this inside a van? AI is awful at spatial understanding and really at like duplicating something over and over again. They love to create. So the thing that we can use AI for is for inspiration, and the mistakes they make sometimes are really fun, and you just go, oh my God, that's such a good idea. Like getting inspired, it happens like there's this woman, the woman who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, and she told a story about this woman who, olden times, she was in the field working, and she said she was a poet. She would see a poem coming across the horizon, and she had to run inside really quickly and grab pencil and paper before it passed her by. That it was like that ideas are like gossamer, and they are. It's like they're hard to pull out of thin air, and when they arrive in thin air, you have to grab them. But AI like adds to that. So anyway, as you can see this picture, even like I didn't ask for this, but if I ever prompted again, I would say, put some small images across the bottom of the image that are highlighted details within the image. And I saw it offer like all these different drawers. Like cabinet doors. And it was like, that's when it hit me. It's like, first of all, if Lizzie has all these different cabinet doors, as long as I could find a way that they all work together, that it's not like mismatched, that the harmony is in the mismatch. No, there won't be any drawers because doors are easier. They're shelves. You buy a basket first, build a shelf around it, and that basket actually operates like a drawer, but you don't have to deal with all those hardwares, and you don't have to deal with the baby latches so that when you're moving, they jump out. It's like so many steps are removed when you do it that simply. So there's no drawers except like there's a couple places. There's 2 places where there's slides, and that's more functional for other things. But every cabinet door is different. The wood is going to be antiqued. So you have the color of that green, and then the antique finish that puts like a sort of a blackness, a black grain almost over it, and then trim it with like molding that's stained dark wood, and it actually all works together. So I had my idea, I had my concept, mismatched harmony. I don't know why people's ears pop, but something's going on with my ears. Anyway, so we had our concept. I was like raring to go. Next step is to just put all that away and figure out the placement in the van. And that's what the next episode is going to be about. I'm going to take you through using Vanscape, and I'm going to design a layout that would be perfect for Lizzie that I wish I had in my present van instead of the one I have. So the next episode will go through all that. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in next Thursday. Okay, bye.